those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay away.
All right, we got off mute. Welcome, Buddha. Woo! Awesome. Thank you for being the first on deck. As usual, you are the best moderator on all of YouTube. There, I said it. Welcome, Vegan Knowledge. My beautiful wife, JJ. How are you, love? You there? Hello? So I am running so behind because I was taking my little pictures and everything. But in any event, I did not see the very end of this. But I am literally watching it as we speak. I've got it over here on the TV. I saw most of it. I saw this part with the family dinner and all of that. But there were a couple of parts that I missed.
Sorry about that. My sound was going crazy. I had my microphone plugged in the wrong computer. You know how I have that old one sitting here?
Yeah.
And it was like, what is wrong? I was getting on you for being muted, and look, I'm talking in the wrong microphone. What's up? Hey,
It happens to
Buddha.
us all. It happens to us all.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here once again. Thank you, Buddha, again for being here. So like I said, I'm sitting here watching the rest of that. Oh, by the way, Buddha, we did end up binging you and seeing a lot of it. We didn't binge all of it, but we saw a lot of it. That is a wild show. That is a wild show. It's like I had to kind of stop watching it because I didn't want to start having spooked out dreams about, Jen switching up on me and wanting to kill me and shit. You know
I
what
don't
I
think
mean?
you have to worry about that.
I'm like, okay,
Right?
this dude is crazy,
Mhm.
man. I mean, it's a cool show. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I do like it.
I feel like I would
But
have liked it even if it didn't have all that where it got creepy. Like I kind of liked the whole part about he was kind of like a stalker and he was kind of, stalking her out. But then
right.
it was like, okay, he's going really, he's in her house. Like what? Like it was like it took a weird turn. Like I thought it was just going to be this cute
Yeah.
little, oh, he's
Nice
like
little romantic
really,
comedy
he's
type
really into
thing.
computers and can find wherever she is and he's following her around, going to sing outside of her window. No, he is not going to
Right.
do that. He's going to go in there when he was in the shower, man. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. When she reached in and tried to turn the shower on and he was in there and she didn't know he was in there. And then she decided to go to a party and reached in and turned it off and still didn't know he was in there. Yeah. I thought it was going to give some rom com energy, but it ended up giving more like Jeffrey Dahmer energy. You know what I
I'm
mean?
going to go
So.
check our shower right now, real quick.
Yeah, but but I like mysterious stuff like that and mysteries like that, so it was wild. I kind of left where I left off at was where he killed Peach. And when she caught him in the house and he ended up having to shoot her out on the front lawn. And yeah, that's when he started hallucinating about the ex Candace, which I'm assuming we done figured out that he done probably killed Candace. So because he was jealous, apparently she kept accusing him of being jealous and looking at her phone and all of that. So Yeah, our girl better look out. But yeah, I think I'll pick it back up. I think it's been a few days, so I'm ready to pick it back up. But where are we? Okay, so yeah, let's go in with it's a funny movie, love it. Come
Buddha
on.
said,
What?
"You want rom-com, watch Lovebirds. It's a funny
Really?
movie. Love it." Okay, we'll check that out. Hey, Dolly.
Okay.
Dolly
Dolly
Bush in
Bush.
the house.
What's up, baby girl? We will definitely check out Lovebirds. Okay, because yeah, we're rom-com people in here. We love him. Serendipity, all the old school ones.
Oh,
Love it, love it, love it.
serendipity.
Boys and Girls with Freddie Prinze Jr. and the other chick. Um, that's a good one too. Okay, so let's get it started up in her. Let's see, who do we have here? I don't have any of my pictures in here. I just said, you know what, I'm running way too late. So I'm just gonna go ahead and okay, so we got Jen and Rishi. Poor Jen and Rishi. What is going on? What is going on? That's funny because they're actually literally on the screen just 1 second from. Oh, that's the dinner you were telling me about, Jen, where he tells her to go home. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a little bit of that while we're here. Hopefully, I won't get a copyright infringement. We'll put up the fair use thing. But I'll keep it low. So, speaking of Jen and Rishi, yeah. So it opens up with them where they decide to go and talk about the fact that is that Jenna Ricci? Okay, it's
Yep.
actually on Ricci right now as we speak. I guess this is the ending of the show, the last little bits of everybody. So Jen and Rishi are on now. I don't know where they ended up, but Jen and Rishi have issues because now Jen has to go back to the United States. First off, they were having a conversation that, hey, listen, from last week, it was fun cooking with mom and all of that, but no, I'm not with the whole, wifey traditional thing and living with your family. I'm not with that. I can do some of the wife stuff, but I can't do the living with the family thing. So he was disappointed in that, but he was willing to work with her and said, "Okay, I want to be with you. You're most important. This is what I want. So I will just have to at some point stand up to my family. We'll go and live where we need to live, but I will have to put them down with the fact that this is just not something that we're going to do. We're not going to live with them." So just when they kind of got that, and then even then she was skeptical. She's like, "Well, are you sure?" Because she's known him not to be a stand up guy so far. He will
Right.
not open up and say shit. So all of a sudden he's going to be the big man on campus and put his family in check. I have to admit, I'm with her. What y'all think? What I'm with her. I'm a little. It's a little sketch because I'm like, yeah, okay. You haven't been telling them anything up to now. Now you're gonna stand up and tell them. But Jen is,
I didn't believe him.
yeah, me
I
either.
feel like he gives me vibes of Submit. That he's a really nice guy. I feel like he's not a jerk per se, but he's gonna come across not he's dishonest because he's afraid of confrontation with his parents, and he's thinking he can make them like her, and that they're just going to conform to this if time goes by, but like time can keep going by, and next thing you know he'll be married to the other lady. Right. And then the whole thing
Right.
with the visa, how weird was that? She's so ditzy. Buddha said Jen was really not paying attention to the visa she applied for, but I'm glad Rishi wised up and understood living with his family would be a bit much. Yeah. Like he's got to understand, like you brought, and it was never discussed that she was going to be living, she's coming from America and thinking they're going to have a little apartment in the, by the sea, living together. And all of a sudden it's like, no, you're going to bring us tea and really early in the morning, and you're going to have to cook, clean, and scrub the floor all day while I go out and work or as a model or something. Like, that's not the life she had envisioned. So it's like, you might want to marry the arranged marriage girl if you want all that. But I agree, like, that whole visa thing just freaks me out, that you would the same with our other couple. We'll talk about her later on, but like these miscommunications moving across country, I'd be mad if I drove across town with a miscommunication of if I was going to be able to live with you or not, or how things were going to
Yeah,
be. But they're moving to different countries not knowing what the heck's going on.
right. And it's like, listen, how I want to know how she mistaked 4 months for every 30 days
It's
you have to leave. It's not, I think she thought she get like the visa's only good for 1 month. How can you confuse that with four unless you don't know how to add?
I
You
think
don't know your
she
numbers.
read a visa from another country, but apparently this country's visa doesn't work that way. It had to be, she had to hear that somewhere. Where the heck did she come up with
Where
this?
did she pull that from?
Right. You know where she pulled it from. I'm not allowed to say it
What?
on YouTube. Mind you, Buddha said it seems like Jen didn't mind living with her family though too before going there. It's a bit confusing. That's right. But her
Wow.
family didn't have them serving her probably
You
and
know, I
covering her head.
completely forgot
Yeah.
that she was living at home.
He needs to come to America. They need
Wow.
to this is what needs to happen with them, because he wants
Yeah.
to get over
Yeah.
here. He can get away from his parents, and he can break free a
That would
little
that would
bit.
that would kill it
He can
all.
be the little American model. He can be her little, boy toy over
Her
here.
little
She
boy
can show
toy, her
off.
little F boy.
I don't
I think
think
she
he's a
needs to pull it
cheater.
together.
I don't catch him as a completely, like, you think?
I don't know.
Sure. He might have me
I don't
fooled.
know.
At least she
I don't
seems
know.
upset
He's a
Jen gotta
model.
leave. Yeah, he was crying though. Like, I think he really likes her.
I think he's into her. I think he's into her. I don't think she's as into him as he is into her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because I think what's happened is over time and over him giving the example that he's not that kind of guy that can kind of stand up for her. That's kind of, excuse me, that's kind of turned her off a little bit. And I think she is kind of having some second thoughts, and she's probably going to take this coming back to the country as a break to figure out if she wants to stay in this or not.
I might
Because
have been wrong about in the beginning, because I remember saying she said she's dating somebody completely different than she normally dates. How's this any different? He looks like he's a lot younger. He looks like he's a, gigolo or whatever it's called.
yeah, that was BS.
But I'm thinking now she might date men that are a little more assertive and a little more like direct, and maybe
Bad
boss her
boys.
around a little
She likes
bit.
bad boys. He's a good
It's like
boy.
she
He
don't know
looks,
how to
he's a
handle
bad
this.
boy. He's a good boy who looks like a bad boy.
Yeah.
So she got thrown off by that. And she wasn't with him long enough. He was probably partying it up a little bit. And she wasn't with him long enough to realize, oh, wait a minute. He's a mama's boy. He's not this bad boy that he looks like. So it took her some time to realize that wasn't who he really isn't who he really is. And now I think she's a little turned off by him.
Yeah, I don't think I think she's like now starting to, when people are like talked to a certain way and abused, it's like they start to do that to the other person in the relationship now. I feel like she's coming at him like he
Yeah.
can't do nothing right at this point. She's just really angry that he didn't tell his parents, and then this whole arranged marriage thing. So he can't even explain it enough. She's turned off. I think you're right. She's almost like, oh, well, gotta go.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, I don't know that they're going to actually work out. We were saying that, but I don't think she's going to be there long enough to make it work out. She's going to have to go home. But you know what? You said something that made a lot of sense. If she is feeling him, she may end up putting plans in the works. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Putting plans in the work to get him on 90 Day Fiancé, the regular show, and bring him over here. So we may end up seeing that couple again. You never know. Just like Danielle and Johan from Paradise came over to the other way because now she's living over there. They're still together. And if they do end up still together, she's probably going to bring him over here, which to your point, I think would be a good fit for them. If he doesn't mind living with the family, which he'll probably give her some shit about that. You didn't want to live with my family, but we got to live with your family.
They may not have
Um,
to though if she if they move here. Wait, I just
well,
laughed about the attorney must think we are really stupid or the lawyer. He was like, what did he say?
he
Something
says he's
stupid
crazy
American.
American,
So typical
crazy
American.
American.
It's like please don't judge Jen don't judge all of us over
Don't judge us
Jen.
all on Jen's
Don't judge a
merits,
book by
okay?
Jen's cover. We
We're
actually
all not Jen.
But although I've probably not read the fine print on something either, but a visa? Crazy
That's something
American
you need to
Spuda
read the
said.
fine print
She
on.
said she can see that, JJ. Yes. I think
Yeah,
it'll be another show they can be on.
yeah, definitely. Okay, so who we got next over here? Okay, so we've got Gabe and
Isabel.
what the hell? Does that say Gabe?
Yes, it
That's
does.
not a B. Oh my god. Okay.
Well, B
My
in
blind ass.
Spanish is V. It's how it's
Thank you. Thank you for
pronounced.
trying to
So
give
I
me the
think
benefit
that's
of
what
the
you were
doubt
going
there.
for. You were like for confused whether you were to speak Spanish or
Y'all know what's going on,
yeah.
so I get a pass for little typos like that.
Guta
We know
a
who we're talking
B
about.
E. Gabe
Yeah.
is a little ish starter. LOL. Buddha. Buddha said that.
Really? Yeah, but you know what? I did not like when he said, you know, me and my boy come here to kind of hang out and she's kind of all on me. Let me be free. Let me be free? What?
His face was
Didn't you just
annoying
move
me
to
with that
Colombia?
smirk.
Yeah, I was like, why are you looking guilty? You want her to think something? Why are you looking like something's going on?
She's
You
really
know, so,
mature, and he was being really immature in that whole situation.
and kept smiling and looking like he was up to something. Hey, one thing you don't have to worry about, he ain't messing around with big boy because ain't none of that going on. Because there have been some trans women who have turned to men and are gay. So, because there was one on Survivor one time, Zeke. Remember Zeke?
That whole thing
Zeke
just confused me that you said. I'm getting confused. Wait,
Zeke
so the
Zeke was
woman
a trans that was gay. So, see, people don't get it. Being transgender doesn't necessarily mean that you're gay. It
right,
just means that you feel like you were born the wrong sex. It has nothing to do with your sexuality.
right.
In some cases
In
it
some
does, but
cases.
in most cases, yeah, but in most cases it's just this is how this person feels that they should be.
So like a
Like there
woman
was a
could still like men, but feel like she was supposed
or
to
still
be a
like women.
man.
It could be
Right.
a man that turns into a woman that's a lesbian
But that's what
that
happened
likes
here,
women.
right? No, 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 it's the other way. Right. No,
Right.
it's the other way. Not really.
She was a lesbian and
Right.
she turned into a man. But there are women who weren't
I
lesbians
got you.
who
Okay.
have turned into men and are gay men.
Right. I see what you're saying. Because
Try
they
that one
still
on.
like men.
They still like men. They just feel like they are a man. They weren't supposed to be a man. So
Right.
they're a gay man and they were a woman. And you could say, well, why didn't you just stay with no? That has nothing to do with my sexuality, me being transgender. So there's where the confusion is. It has everything to do with who that person feels like they are on the
They're
inside
comfortable with.
and not their sexuality. They may happen to be most of them are tend to want to if they're switching their sex, they do tend to be attracted to the opposite sex
Of what they're
or
switching
of
to.
same sex. But there are instances where it is strictly just a hey, I just want to be this, but that has nothing to do with the fact that I still like men or
Right.
I still like women. So and some like both. So some are fluid. So it all depends on the person. But in this instance, I think I don't think her jealousy was coming from a place of, well, he used to be a woman. Is she attracted to
No, I
him? Or,
don't think that was
what
it at all. I
it
think
was,
other
he's
women.
dude is a player
Hmm.
and she doesn't want Gabe hanging around with him checking out other chicks
Yeah.
is where that's going. And dude's like, well, if she doesn't trust Gabe, there you go, right off the top, they have issues. And that needs to be handled. But I also don't like the way he came in hot with this is our place that we hang
You
around.
and Buddha are always on the same page, dude. She
Did she
just
say that?
literally typed, I was looking at Gabe and his friend
Wow.
sideways talking about this is our spot, SMA, shaking my head.
That's wild.
Exactly. She
Yeah,
said it's
man. It's
starting.
like,
Like, I didn't
it's
even
like this
pick
is
up
our
on
spot.
that. I was thinking like he was being like, I think here's another thing we have to remember. Gabe is new at being a dude, let's just say, for
Yes.
legit. So he's hanging with this guy now. He's trying to, I feel like he's immature in his new role and he's trying to see where he fits in. Now he's got a buddy. So
And
he's
I feel
he's
like he
he's
feels like he's the shiny new toy. Hey, I'm trans. I'm trans. I'm trans.
it's
What?
like, don't mess up
Who
this relationship,
cares?
Gabe. She's a good one.
Yeah. I told you I'm trans now. I can let you on my social media page. I mean, what do you have it spread out all over your social media? It's like it's like, listen, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, except be the change. Be the change. Stop dipping back in the honey pot. Stop dipping back in the well. Okay, so that was the end of the show. What'd she do? Walk off? Hold on.
Buddha
Let me
agrees
check
with
this
me
out
that
real
he's
quick.
been very immature.
Oh, it's too late. Wow. Okay. So what happened? She walked off on Osama.
Oh yeah,
Debbie is not for that shit, man.
Osama. I
He
mean,
got the wrong
I
one.
wasn't for it.
Okay,
I
so I
wanted to
did
go
see
over
the
there
whole
and
thing.
kick his, you know what, even though I'm not even violent.
That's I felt bad about that, but we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, Gabe. Now I think the meeting with the family. Did he tell the family? I don't think he did.
No, I remember
Yeah,
them
he chickened
being
out,
at
didn't he?
dinner and he was, they were saying like that they like him and the dad
Yeah,
was like, I think he's good for my daughter. I don't remember him telling them this
me
episode.
either. Guys, he didn't tell them, right? Dolly, Buddha. I don't think he told them. And I think he probably did what's the buddy's name? Did what he told him and picked his time to battle that, because that wasn't the time. You are just now really getting to know them. Let everything kind of sink in,
Yeah.
just like he did with his buddy. Apparently they've been hanging out for quite a while and he's just now telling him he's trans.
Yep. Got to know him
So
as a person.
right.
Buddha said he's telling them on the next episode, she thinks. That's what I'm thinking. They
Okay.
probably just let us on. You know how they do, making
I
us
hope
think it's
that
going to
once he
happen.
gets this out of his
Probably
system,
won't tell them till the season finale.
I hope once he gets this out of his system, he will be okay with, okay, I am who I am. The family knows, everybody in the family knows. That's good. Is it gonna be, every time they meet somebody, hey, I'm Gabe Trans, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Is it, once he tells the dad and the mom, that should be it. It should be like, okay, now let me go ahead and live my life. I'm gonna propose to her. This is gonna be my family. This is gonna be my buddy, and that's gonna be my in-laws and my family, and at home already knows it. And the social media is there. It's like, listen, why don't you just now have a social media with you and Isabel and
Hmm.
the family? Why does it have to?
I think
It's like
he's looking at it
shouting from the
like
rooftops.
it's his duty now that he
Badge
did
of
it
honor.
to be able to help other people feel comfortable to do it. It might be now like
That's a good
it's
point.
become a social like passion of him to like help other people live their truth. That's what I
That's
feel
a
like
good
is
point.
happening.
Now I feel bad for saying
But I'm
it.
just playing devil's advocate because I
No,
just
that's a
think
good
about it
devil's
too.
advocate, because I'm not saying he should be ashamed. Don't get
I
me
get it.
wrong,
Yeah, but
but it's
I've been
like,
thinking the same as you the whole time too. Like,
yeah, the
okay,
whole
dude,
picket sign thing. Hey, trans. Like, okay, good for you.
then that's why you
But
switched, right? Like so that you could play this
yeah,
new
so that you could
role.
be this new gender and new thing, but you keep reaching back, like saying, "But I was this." So it's like, okay, well, move on now. You're not now, so
Mhm.
keep it moving. Um, But yeah, so I wish Gabe luck. Hopefully the dad will like, because the dad seems to really like him, and hopefully this will be like the Armand and Kenny situation where the dad won't be as bad in the, because your mind tends to do that. Your mind creates soap operas
Oh
for
yeah.
you to believe in and get scared about and keep you from doing things. And then when you just look past that and don't decide to live in your head in the soap opera and live in the moment, you find that things aren't as bad as you thought they were going to
Oh
be.
yeah, that's the
You
same when
know,
you're coming out too. Like it always seems you think everybody's gonna disown you.
I remember coming out to my mom, and she robbed me of coming out to my grandma because I was gonna do that. My grandma was one of those. She wasn't a like kill them, but I did hear her say they should put all gay people on an island once. I was younger when I heard
I'd be
and
happy. What kind of island?
yeah, right. That would be a happy island, fantasy island. But but yeah, and they took it
So
well, and
that probably
grandma
scared
took it
you.
well. My mom ended up
But
telling her, but
we forget the family loves you and the dad loves her, and
and that's
now
how it worked out.
he's kind of getting like sees all the good benefits in him. He's a good man and he likes him, so that's going to make it more difficult than if she had come home and said, "Hey dad, is it okay if I date somebody who's transgender?" And then he locks
Right.
her in the room for the rest of her life, you
Without
know?
having even met Gabe or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right, and I
So,
think that's and to give Rishi a little bit of credit, I feel like that's what he was trying to go for with Jen, but he's just doing it in a really dishonest way. Instead,
yeah,
he wanted to introduce her into the family, let them get to know her, and then be like, "Okay, I'm not really feeling the cultural thing here with the arranged marriage. Is it okay if I marry her?" And after they already like her, he's thinking they'll be like, "Yay." So, maybe that's what he was trying to do, but I don't know.
I don't know either, but moving right along. Yeah, Buddha was saying he is immature.
I know. I feel like he's I mean, she's ultra mature.
Man, what is going on with this chick here?
I can't with her. I don't even use that phrase.
Please let me know what you ladies think in the comment section about Miss Chris. Do you think she's faking? Do you think she wants to just go home and be done with this whole thing and she's just not coming back? She's going to ghost Jamie again? Because the buddies that she went and had dinner with seem to be of that opinion. I loved it when the tall dude, and I do have pictures of it, but I didn't have time to load them in. But the tall dude, they sat there. I love that they were like, when she was telling them, she was telling them, yeah, she's got this going on in her neck, and doctor came and blah blah blah. And now, oh, but no, wait a minute, hold up. Somebody stole her dad's motorcycle, so now she has to go back to the States. And they're like, this
Like
bitch lying. This bitch lying. Okay. The tall dude was like, that's weird. I loved it. He was like, that's too weird. And they were right. It is. And if you okay, I get it. If she's in pain, I see why she was like, I mean, she had her, all right, Connie, just go. Just all right. I'll text you if I need you. I'll text you if I need you. Like, just get the fuck away from me. Just leave me alone. She
right.
seemed like she was bothered by her, but it could have been the pain. It could be the withdrawal she's going through. Come on. She's on painkillers. She's probably
Exactly.
hooked on painkillers and is not getting her proper dosage, which you should have thought about that before you left the country. But maybe I don't know what's going on with Chris. I don't know what's going on with Chris, but Chris is out there. Okay.
Mhm.
She came on the scene with a fairy outfit on. Come on.
Right.
She was dancing around with wings and leotards and shit. She is out there. Okay. Something's not, the lights are on, but nobody's home. So I don't know. And on top of that, Jamie better be careful with her with that knife.
Yeah, I don't feel safe with these two. Like
Chris is off.
I don't feel safe at all for Jamie, and I feel like she needs to get. It would be the best thing that could probably happen to her if she doesn't
If
return.
she ghosted
Just
her.
think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read Buddha's comments, and but
Okay.
right, real quick though, wait. Think about all the stuff that's gone on with them, and all the stuff that's gone on with the other couples. Like this girl has put her through like all kinds of like the drama that's just gone on in a couple of weeks of them being together. Could you imagine a lifetime? Buddha said,
No.
now, with me knowing people who go through neck pain, yes, it can be that serious, but going to the States, right? So she's going to go on the flight that caused all the problem just to get a money for a bike or put a guy in jail.
And when is it? The day before the wedding.
Did I see a preview of them getting married?
Did you?
I feel like I don't know. I wish Jamie would call her out on that. She can attend the trial via internet. Yes, I know, Buddha. You said that last week, and that made me think the same thing. Buddha said
Yeah.
Chris is one fry short of a happy meal, like her motor is going, but nobody's driving. Oh my gosh.
That is so true.
Uh,
That is so
one
true. It's
fry
it's
short of
just
a happy meal.
oh my God. What is going on? What is going on? Dolly Bush, what's up, baby? You got any
I
tea for
know
us this
she's
week?
always got it. What's going on? Tell
She
us
got the
what's getting ready to
tea.
happen or what's happening.
Oh my God, man. It's one fresh short of a happy meal.
Look,
I'm
JJ
telling you
Reacts will be
something.
laughing about that tomorrow. She'll just all of a
I
sudden
will
be
be.
sitting there and start laughing about something that happened on here.
She's not right. She's not right. And I think I think Jamie's starting to pick well, not starting. Jamie has picked up on it and now the buddies have picked up on it. You know,
She definitely is in love with her, though. I mean, because anybody else would already ran the other way.
that's what makes me feel bad about it.
Me
I
too.
think Jamie is definitely genuinely into Chris, but I don't know that Chris is genuinely into Jamie like that. And this seems to be the season of the one-sided love affairs. Somebody, the one side is more into it than the other side is.
You,
That's going on right now with a lot of them.
And I was wrong on this one. I thought it was gonna be complete opposite, that this Chris was gonna be so into her that she moved
I
across the
thought so
country, and this girl
too.
was gonna be like, "I don't like her sometimes, sometimes I like her," but he's,
Yeah,
like, really caring and
committed. Yep.
committed and trying to make her happy and, got her the doctor and looks like she's feels the pain when she's in pain, like, I
Yeah,
mean, I've really been impressed with her, and I'm like and I feel like Chris is just, like, not really even appreciating that and doesn't she sent her off to go
I
be with the
agree.
friends. I feel like she's done with her, like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's like, okay, Chris, you're hit it and quit it. Is
I
that
was
is that
just
what's going
thinking that.
on? I'm like right after they consummated the relationship, now she's bored or now she's, finding a reason to go back home. You know what I mean? That never came up before. It seemed like if this happened before their relationship or during their relationship, it seems like Jamie would, wow, girl, you know what? Somebody stole my dad's motorcycle.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, that's pissing me off. Now I'm probably gonna have to go to court. I don't quite know when. This would have come up a long time ago.
just like
You don't just now blindside her with the day before the wedding. Now we gotta postpone it. The day before the wedding, I gotta go to court, possibly.
that's crazy. That's just and never heard about any of this stuff before. Not just that. Never heard that she had
Right.
a major knife collection. Not that you probably want to tell somebody that you're
Didn't
trying to
hear that she
date,
broke
but
her neck and has to have major
that's
surgery and goes through pain. She told her about the narcolepsy. That was pretty much it.
That's
Didn't
because
tell her
she
about the night
ghosted her
terrors.
and used that as an excuse. Who knows if she even has that? And but
Right? Because have we seen her drop out sleeping yet?
and she didn't tell her about her being on this, like, having to be on medications, like you said, and a major surgery like that. What in the world were they talking about? TV
Like, why
shows?
is she even traveling?
Buddha said, "Did you also see in another episode after they got married, Chris ignored Jamie for 1 month? Jamie said something and Chris ran off screen. What?
You know, um, wait a minute, what? Because I remember telling you, Jen, that I saw a preview of somebody getting Buddha. Was somebody getting in a white truck or getting in a car and somebody was running after him yelling or something like that? Because I did see a preview back in the beginning when the season first started of something like that, and it looked like Chris and Jamie. where one of them was getting in a car and leaving, and the other one was running after the car screaming, like
I vaguely
pissed
remember it
off.
might have been I thought it was a preview where they were getting married. I didn't see all the rest because it was very brief. This is an upcoming episode, Buddha said.
Wow.
Dang.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
That's
Chris was
another one,
leaving, she said.
unfortunately, that is not going to work out.
No,
That must be when Chris is leaving to go on the court trip.
yeah. I still think it would be better if she don't return.
I do too. What do you guys think in the comment section? Should Chris come back or should she leave well enough alone? Stop putting that girl through all that bullshit. Next, we got Debbie and Osama. Man, I feel bad for Debbie because she went there with stars in her
hmm
eyes. And I'm here in the land of Gaga, and it's very cosmic, and I am in my reality.
I'm just so
Debbie,
like,
I love this woman, but I'm like, okay, come on. Okay, now back down on the planet Earth, okay? This guy is 24 years old. He's riding a skateboard around. He's painting pictures and writing poems and lives at home with his family and milks cows,
but he's also
okay?
milking her.
And right, he's telling her now, "Oh, I want you to be a half Moroccan wife. I want you to, cook and wash my clothes and all of that," and didn't say shit to her before they like officially hooked up, you know? And then now it's like, okay, well, if you can't do these things, you gotta. What was the whole go
No,
home
he
conversation?
wasn't saying if you can't do these things, go home. Basically, he said to her,
Live with the parents for 2 months
and
or
then you'll go
something?
back to America. And like that was it. Like he was basically, she is packed up and sold her stuff or whatever she did, got a prenup, came over here. She thought she was moving over here for the rest of her life. He thought
Right.
he wants her to come over here for 2 months and then go home. And I'm like, what in the world is going on that she
But I don't get it. For what?
um
Does he want to come to the
no, I don't
States?
know. It's weird. He just said so that we can think if we really want to be together. Like this is a trial period, basically. Like I have to live with you in reality, he said. So once we live together, then we can decide whether they
Oh.
want to be together or not because they have to live in reality, is what he said. And she's like, you should have told me this, Osama. Oh, hey, Janetta. Welcome, Janetta in the
Janetta, what's up,
house.
honey?
Ooh, ooh.
Hi,
Buddha
baby.
said
Welcome, welcome,
she
welcome.
wanted she said I wanted the lion to come out and get Osama together. Osama total purposely, so he told her, yeah, he purposely lied to her. He said 3 years online, but if I remember they met before in person, right? And also he said, well, she's like, why did you tell me this before I packed everything and came? And he said, because then you wouldn't have come. So he
Okay,
blatantly
well,
lied
yeah,
to her.
that's the point. She needs to. I like the fact that I saw that she walked off. Her son is gonna fly over there and beat his ass. Okay, because he's playing with her
Yeah,
now.
I didn't like that,
You
and I
know,
felt really bad because, like you said, she's a really and
she's a really
he
sweet
led her
woman.
on because I saw the way he was talking to the camera about her. None of us would have seen that coming. He was just so, she is my angel. I see light around her, and it is not about looks and age, and we are young spirits.
Yeah, it's like we belong together. We are one. We are kindred spirits. And now you don't do that to your kindred spirit. It's like, dude, it's like you don't tell somebody after they've already made a trek like that, hey, I just want to test the waters with this thing. You know what I mean? That's just, he obviously made the commitment beforehand because she moved over there with the intention of getting married. Like she thought they were getting married. That's what she was saying. Well, what do you expect of a wife after we get married? That you could have said something then, because she could have turned her ass right back around and said, excuse me, driver, can you take me back to the airport?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, he manipulated the situation, and that to me is not
Hey,
cool.
Shay
You
J.
know, Shay J in the
Shay J and the
house.
JJ.
Shay J.
Buddha said I do a
Reacts.
good impression of Debbie. I do,
Really?
yeah.
Do we have to hear it? I'll put it down there. I'll put the link in the chat. You should come up
No,
and let
I
us
think
hear
she's
it.
saying,
Oh, she's talking about you,
yeah.
Jen. Okay, yeah. You do. You really
So
do.
do you. So you just not doing it. Osama, man, you should have told me this. She got real mad at him, man. I don't blame her though. It was I was just so I was so saddened to see her spirit just go from way up here to like
Me
I
too.
mean,
I'm living in my reality, and this is my reality. All the things that I am seeing and living is my reality, and I'm so happy. And that's
no.
like I was happy for her, you know. And she had her Casanova. He's got his little fedora on, you know. I mean,
You know how those stock things you look at go up and down? That's what my issue is like with him.
those stock things you look at go up and down.
Because, like, it looked like that's what my emotions did about him. Because at first I was skeptical. I'm like, "Okay, he don't like this old lady. There's no way." Then we met him, and I was like, "Well, maybe he does like the old lady." And then they were like when he met her in person, and they were all, like, giddy and stuff, I was like, "Okay, maybe this is real. Maybe he's legit. At least he's gonna lead her on and be nice to her." And then all of a sudden, it's like,
Right.
"Eow, back down again. Here we go." Buddhist.
Speaking of stocks, shout out to American Dream
You
Trading.
would have thought we
If
planned
you
that.
want to, I'm gonna put the link. Look, I'm gonna put, yeah, right. It's nice segue, Jen. I'm gonna put the link to the YouTube channel. Go over there and subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'm telling you, if you ever want to learn how to trade stocks, Coach Chad Christian is the one. You got to sign up with an ADT or go to ADT.com. He's got a bunch of free info, a bunch of free YouTube videos. The Discord is free to join. If you want to do a paid membership, you get to be a part of the Zoom call, which goes on not only during the lives, but before and after the lives as well. You can get a lot of good information and really, really get some in depth training on how to trade stocks. So, ADT, love you, fam.
Shout out to ADT. And when it was funny, when you
Shout out
moved
to
a little bit to the
ADT.
left there, it looked like your head was the logo. Oh, we got some comments.
Really?
Buddha said Osama is doing this because in his first interview, he admitted to the cameras he's not ready to be married. We did talk about that. So now he don't have the heart to be honest. And so he's BSing her, Buddha said. Good point. And then Shay
Yeah.
J said, people are talking about how much Debbie looks better than Angela. I guess Debbie 10 years old is 10
Debbie
years
looks
older and has aged well.
way
Debbie,
better than Angela.
yes,
Dude, Debbie is 10 years. Shout out to the J. Crew. Debbie is 10, 12. Because Angela's like what, 55, 56. Debbie is 11 years older than her and is gorgeous. She carries herself so well. She's straight, and she's also straight
she's
and to the
classy.
point. She's not a pushover either. She's very classy. She's not showing all her shit. She's not cussing everybody out, and she's very calm about herself. And she really does look good to be 67 years old. She looks like she's about
I
50.
thought it was funny. I was watching that pillow talk right after, and I think it was it Annie or one of the people on there was like, "Oh, is she wearing a blanket or something?" She thought she came out of the bedroom with like a blanket on. He's like, "No, that's her dress."
Annie and David. I love Annie and David. How about the people they got on Pillow Talk this season? They got Shalal. That's what I call them. Bilal and
Who is
Shida.
the one couple? Who is the one lady? I don't recognize who those. Oh my God, Debbie is also not a chain smoker. Buddha said,
Right.
Angela, uh-huh.
Hey, hey, girl, don't be talking about Angela Dean. All right, don't be talking about Angela Demon. I don't want to have to jump through this thing and kick your ass. All right, Buddha, because you know I will do that. You know I will do that. Michael, I don't want to hear it, Michael. Jesus, I'm so glad we don't have to hear that
Oh
woman
my
this
gosh,
season.
imagine if they were on there.
No, I don't want to imagine that. No, it is okay. Not even in my imagination do I want to hear Angela Dean or see her. Crypt Keeper. But yeah. So can we hear some Botox? Can we
Almost
get a
like I
little
want her to
injection?
eat to
Little
fatten up
injection
her
here,
face
little
so it
injection
puts
right
on wrinkles.
there. But
Buddha's
yeah.
giving you laughy
Why'd y'all
faces.
have to get me? Let me get a couple of injections. Let's come up under. Yeah, finish the job. Damn it. She lost all the weight. Now it's like, okay, now fix the sags.
At least if she was
Um,
nice, I don't think people would be so annoyed with her, but she's not even
and hard
nice.
on her, right? That's just like Ed. People wouldn't make fun of his not having a neck if he wasn't such a little asshole. So look, he's got no neck, and Chris has got a broken neck. So what's going on?
That's true.
What's up with this neck of the woods?
Vuda said we might get another Debbie on 90 Day Single Life. I would love that, and I hope she would find somebody that actually is going to be true to her. And Shay said, yes, if Angela was nice, I would be nice. Right? Get
Right?
what you put out.
Yeah, you know what? That would be cool. On Single Life, she walks away from Osama, gets on Single Life, and find herself a nice Tony. What she ends up with Colt. She likes the young men. Colt. I don't
Oh
think Colt
no.
goes for the older women though. That's the thing.
That's
Look,
what he
MILF,
was
right?
given.
Who
Was
would
it
have
like,
thought that Jose would have ended up with the blonde chick? You guys seen
I
any of
know I
MILF?
didn't see the finale yet.
I did not see that coming. Everybody was dating him. Everybody wanted him, but the bimbo landed him. Maybe
Ever
she's
since
not
they
as bimbo
snuck
as
out
she's
that
become.
night.
Mm-hmm. You know what happened. But yeah, so we know Osama's game. Osama is not for Debbie. I don't know that any of these couples, aside from Gabe and Isabel, is gonna work out. And hopefully the family won't cause. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna end up being a happily ever after couple. I really do. But honestly, we all know that Nicole and I want to call him Azan so bad. We all know that Nicole and
Mahmood.
Mahmoud
Oh,
are
you
not
got
going to
Debbie
work
on
out.
there now.
Yeah. Nicole and Mahmoud are not going to work out. There's no way. He's finally starting to tell her, yeah, no, it's not going to work out. And now she's sitting there with the family and telling, well, it's none of their business why I don't want to wear a veil. Yeah, it is. You're sitting in a room full of Muslims who believe in that. All the Muslim women are wearing it. You have converted, and now you're saying, no, I'm not wearing that. And you're accusing your husband of being a player and playing games when you're the one that switched the game in the middle.
Right.
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and become a Muslim. I'll follow the rules. Yeah, it seems like a really cool religion. And then, no, I don't like this. Those Muslims don't play. You don't play with people's religion like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not for me. No, the time to think about that and do all that was before you got
She's like, there's
married.
all these rules that I have to follow. Yeah, when you converted to a
Yeah.
different religion that had rules. Shay J.
And let me find out she lived under a rock. When have you never been around a Muslim person?
Right.
Ever? Come on, I know you're in California or whatever, but you're not that far gone. You've seen Muslim women. You've watched this show before. You saw Muhammad. Okay, you know how these Muslims are. You can't tell me that this girl's like 30 years old. You can't tell me she's never, ever, ever been around a Muslim and didn't know how like strictly religious they are. Come on now.
Right.
that apparently is what turned her on about it. Wow, they're just so into their religion, and they just seem to be so devoted. And oh, but there's all these. Well, what do you think they're devoted to? Thin air. It's those rules.
They got
Dummy.
that all mad over here. But
They're devoted to those rules that you don't like. Make up your mind. Look, somebody made a good point. Your wet sock. He is funny as shit. If you ever check out Your Wet Sock, he made a video about Nicole and them. And he said he was saying that she looks like one of those. No, it wasn't even Your Wet Sock, dude. It was Sauceaholic. Check out Sauceaholic. If you ever watch Sauceaholic's videos, he was saying she looks like one of those cyber AI people, artificial intelligence robots. Think about it. That's how she
I thought
talks.
she
And
looked like a mannequin that came to life.
he said that. He said, look, her and the
That's the
mannequin that
first
she
thing I
had in
thought
there
of.
are twins. He said every time you see one of these cyber weirdos, they had that bob bowl cut that she's got. And he kept putting the wig on every little thing. Oh my God, that was too funny. She does. Remember? I don't know if you guys saw this, but and Jen, when was that? Was that about a year? When did we see Tony Robbins talking to one of them? That was about 2 years ago, wasn't it? Like
Yeah,
right
right
before the
before the
pandemic.
pandemic. I
Didn't
remember.
she look like Nicole?
Yeah, she did. Oh my gosh, that's
And
her.
sounded like Nicole. Nicole is a robot, y'all.
That's why
Nicole's
she's
not
so
real.
emotionless, right? Um, Shay J said
I'm not going
Debbie
to
and
wear a hijab.
Usman. Oh, I didn't think of that. I could see it. I could definitely see it. He likes those older women. She wants to go to another country. I'm his groupie.
Okay, but see, we're still back with this kid thing, though.
She
You
might
know what I
adopt the
mean?
kid for him. Yeah, I don't think she'd go for that either. I've already raised my children. Could you imagine the kids if that happened? Wait, so um
I do like them together, though. That's why I had to get quiet for a minute. I actually do like them. I'm like,
JJ the
wow, I didn't think
matchmaker.
about that. Yes, Shay J, you may need to get your own matchmaking show because I kind of like that. I could see them. I could actually see that working out.
Buddha said
Either way, Debbie deserves to be with somebody.
definitely. I wish her happiness. Buddha said, wait, I gotta say this. Debbie had me rolling about sneaking wine in the house, right? He's like,
We can get wine with our takeout.
oh,
She was all into the takeout. I'm picturing them sitting there with their little tables with the little takeout Chinese or something, drinking their wine. We can get wine with our takeout. No wine.
no wine.
Well, can we sneak it? I love the way that she was like looking for alternatives. And what you mean we can't sneak? She didn't get all shitty. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, well,
Right.
can we
She was
sneak
very
it?
respectful of his
Yeah, she's like, come
parents.
on, let's sneak it. Let's be where she thought he was gonna be her. She was like, I feel so young with him. She thought he was gonna be her little like boy toy. Let's play. Let's yay, we got a life together. Let's go be married. Let's go have some wine and some takeout and and have fun. And he turned out to be this serious asshole. Like, no, I want you to be a Moroccan wife and we're going to live with my family
You're
and
gonna live with me for
and we
two
can't
months.
have
I'm gonna
wine in the
decide whether
house.
I like you, and then you go home, and then I'll think about
Like
it.
he straight up switched up.
Shay J said Sauce is very funny. And Dolly said I think he did tell the parents. You're talking about Gabe? I missed the earlier part of the conversation, but I think she might be saying Gabe.
Gabe told the
I don't know
parents.
what I forgot what we were just talking about.
Yeah, Sauceaholic is funny. Yeah, but that's my boy. He and I talk. He. I remember when I like maybe a year ago. He came in the comment section and he was giving me some kudos and he liked the way I was editing my videos. And he was saying, yeah, you'll get to that 1,000. I know you will. But he doesn't talk like that normally. You know that. He actually talks way different. He just talks really normally. If you ever check out his TikToks and stuff. But on those videos, oh my God, his edits are fire. I love his edits. I try to edit mine in a similar way, try to be funny with it. But yeah, Sauceaholic has me in the floor with some of his stuff. I love the way he was talking about Nicole being weird. But he ended his last video on a note that I was surprised at, because he said he thinks that he was making fun of Mahmoud, saying Mahmoud, he's like, he's zesty. He's zesty. Talking about zesty,
Oh.
right? Yeah, because he has a lot of mannerisms and carries himself in sort of a feminine way. If you look at him, he does kind of have that effeminate way. Well, I say he remind me of Prince so much, and Prince could pull girl out on you real quick, just as
I
masculine as
didn't get
Prince
that
was.
from Mahmood.
Yeah, Prince was masculine and feminine. He was a true Gemini. He had both sides to him,
Mhm.
so he could be that girl, but he could also be that dude. But I don't get that from Mahmoud. Maybe she was a Prince fan. Maybe that's why she's so into Mahmoud. Because I'm like, what attracted her to him? Because she seems like she cannot stand the sight of him anymore. Like when he comes in the room, she just gets heated.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what attracted you to him? It was his pretty face. She must be a Prince fan, because to me he looks like a skinnier version of Prince. I don't know what it is, but he looks like Prince
Was
to
it
me.
did Prince convert to Muslim?
No, Jehovah Witness. He
Oh.
was a Jehovah's Witness.
Dolly
Yeah.
said yes, he'll tell them in the next episode. She confirmed it. And Shay J said Sauce made that accusation. Yeah, that's I gotta look at him next time. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. I gotta get with it.
Yeah, Sauce thinks he's a little got a little bit of sugar in his tank.
You are not right.
But I don't know. I kind of was picking up a little bit of that, but I didn't really want to put it out there, because he kept saying, "Oh, come on, baby, I love you. You never say you love me." And I'm like, okay, maybe he's into Nicole, which it seems to me like he is kind of into Nicole, but Nicole just wants to bicker and fight all the time. It's like she wants to fight more than she wants to like be with him.
I think that they both like they have some kind of like sadistic type of attraction that they know they're both unhappy but they can't not be together, like a very
Yeah.
unhealthy type
Like
attraction to
Sauce
each
said,
other.
okay, I get you. So I hate to cut you off, but I'm so senile these days. I got to get it out before I forget. Sauce said that if he, like, Mahmoud hit her off with the gaslighting as soon as she got off the plane, talking about, you need to close up your clothes, and so he said that is his religion. It's not that he's being nasty. I don't think he was like, oh, I'm surprised you came here and you're happy to be here, because normally you want to run right off and be. He's right, because that's how she acts. She does not want to be there. Why did she go there? And why are you getting pissed at him for pulling you up about the clothing? That's what they
She's
do.
so mad at him because she doesn't want to be there and she didn't know, like I feel like
Then stay
she went
divorced.
home because it wasn't working out and then returned with
Yeah.
no changes of
You
anything.
did the right thing the first time. Why did you come
They're
back?
gonna do it. She's gonna do it again, and then probably like that's why I feel like she's so ditzy or something. Cause I'm like, why would you turn around and come back and then not, just no reasoning behind it except for I hope things will be different. What did you think? And the only thing that's different now is he's ultra paranoid that you're gonna leave again, which you probably are,
Right. I
because
feel
it's
like
like he
she
can
was
do
probably
no
the one that
right.
initiated it. I feel like she was probably the one that initiated going back, because I don't see him begging her to come back, especially with all the shit that they argue about all the time. Like he was like, "Okay, I just want to stop arguing." She's like, "Yeah, you just want to end the conversation." Yeah, wouldn't you?
It's just because they've put so
It's
much time
constant.
in, it feels like he like, when he's cutting ties, he almost did, and then he started to
Look, I'm
feel
getting
bad.
heated talking about it.
This is funny,
Right.
I gotta laugh about Buddha, the way she put this, Shay said, "Did they meet online?" And she said, "No, they ran into each other at a rug shop." Was it a rug shop? I know. Shay J said
I already had to go
Nicole
to
looked
bathroom,
like
Buddha. You
she
just
was.
made it 10 times
Oh my
worse.
God, Nicole looked like this is Shay J. I gotta read this one. Nicole looked like she was dressed like the Beatles. I saw no skin.
Yo, I gotta go to bathroom.
Right.
I gotta go to bathroom. I'm
I gotta see it too. You can have us post right into the bathroom.
yo, I gotta
I hope she makes it. We're gonna have a mess. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. It's like it's like this girl makes no sense, and I think she takes everything out on him because she's wanting something to blow up so that she can feel better about herself for leaving. Like I feel like she's trying to push him to the limit where he tells her to get out, and then as soon as he does, instead of her doing what she should and leave, she's like, "Do you not want me here?" You know, like it's like this whole weird exchange between them two that it's just like one of those relationships that you don't want to live over top or next to these people because every other day you'll be hearing a big fight and like, oh, they're at it again. Here goes Mahmoud and Nicole again. She just pulled away, or she's now outside of the house and he's locked out. I don't know. I don't see this one working out or the
oh my
dragging on
god.
forever.
I can't stop laughing at that.
Did you make it?
Oh my god, I can't stop laughing at it.
Yes, Shay J. She's the one projecting, Shay said, I suppose. I want to hear from her ex. Right. What was she like in her
Yo.
other relationship? She didn't know they ran into each other at a rug shop.
Yo, the Beatles thing got me on the floor.
The
I can't
Beatles
stop
thing
laughing
too,
at that.
right? That was one for two in a row. You can't hit us like that with two of
Yo.
those in a row. Nicole and Debbie need
All
to
right, I'm
run
gonna pull it
back home,
together.
Buddha said.
I'm gonna pull it together.
Good thing you have a co-host.
The Beatles
Mhm. I'm here
with
just
the
for the.
hair.
She looks like the Beatles. Oh my gosh, I'm
Yo.
never gonna see her the same
Oh my
again.
god.
Just like I never
Okay.
saw Ed other than a tooth after that
Yo,
night.
my throat hurts. I am crying. Yo. Oh my god. That's crazy. Thank you, y'all. I needed that. I needed that.
I stepped away for a minute, Dolly said, but I heard someone call my name. Oh, earlier we were saying, I think this was a while ago, it was like, hey, what gossip you got for
Oh,
us
we
or something
like you
like
got
that.
some tea for us. Who said the Beatles? Was that Shay J?
Shay J said, yeah, Nicole looked like she was dressed like the Beatles. I saw no skin. She was
And
all
Buddha
buttoned
said
up,
they
right?
met in the.
I thought she was gonna start talking with a British accent.
Oh my god. The haircut. Buddha said they met in the rush. Right, because that's where he was working.
Was it a rug shop though? Is it?
It is. Basically, they
Oh,
sell all kind of stuff.
I don't know why it just sounded. It came across funny, like it struck a funny bone inside of me, whether it's true or not. It just was funny,
Yeah,
like,
because
like
he sells
this whole
carpet.
thing started because they ran into each other at a rug shop. Now, like they're both miserable. Like it's like oh, if
Nicole
only
scoped him out. She saw him and she went in there looking for I
a
don't think
rug
she for, for like I don't know what
for
she's
Beatles clothes.
she went in there
Oh,
and
fabric.
fabric, that's what it was, for making clothes. Because I think they sell fabric in there as well as rugs and tapestries and things like that.
Well, tapestries, is that like food? Oh, that's pastry. Never mind.
Tap pastry. Dressed like the Beatles. Dude, that's one for the books. That's like Buddha had me on the floor with that one thing, Ed with the wisdom tooth.
I know,
The
that's what I'm saying. I still see that when I look at
wisdom tooth
him.
belt, Ed.
That's all I see is a tooth.
Oh my god. I'm just in that zone. Look, I'm full of endorphins. I've been back working out, so yeah, it don't take much to get me laughing. But yeah, that was good. That was good. That was the laugh of the week right there, man. That was the laugh of the week.
There's always one or two that get us, right? That will
Oh
stick with
man,
us.
it was
We
like,
should screenshot these when they come across so that we can you can put together a video of all the we'll call it top 10 uh like
oh
laughingest
my god,
moments. I
dude,
don't
I
know.
will put together a video of that. Who can get me to be on the floor each week, and we'll just keep. I'll make it like a bloopers video, like a bloopers reel. Oh my
Big
god, that'll be fun.
JJP.
Don't, not on myself though. That wouldn't be cool. Oh my god,
That's
have you ever done that where a little bit seeps out?
I will never admit it if I did. Not on here in front of millions of people.
And
Oh,
you
maybe
get
it's
all
not
paranoid.
millions.
It's like, do I smell like piss?
Ew!
No, I didn't say I did it.
But at some point you did. You've
No, I
said it.
definitely
You
didn't do
can't
it today.
take it
That's
back.
why I had to get off real quick because I was going to. I'm like, okay, no, I can't get two back to backs and not go.
It's okay because if someone makes her do that, that's the top.
That's,
That's
I mean,
gonna be
that's
the
when you
top
know it's a
one.
good one.
If she couldn't make it to the bathroom, then that's the best one. Number one, the countdown.
Dude,
Top
let's talk
10.
about who else said they watched you. What's going on with your boy? Is he a serial killer or what?
Osama
He
is
seems like the perfect boyfriend, but he's a killer.
I'm a killer. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. It was just weird. I don't even know where to go with that one. I didn't watch all of the episodes you did though. What do you guys think? The you watchers. Osama is not very nice to Debbie. This is not going to work, Dolly said, I don't think. Yeah, I wasn't real happy with Osama. He really disappointed me and I felt like it just took her childhood like away from her, her childlike enthusiasm and just like shut her down and I feel
Yeah,
so bad for her. She was such a sweet is a sweet lady and was really trying to be accommodating and like I feel like a lot of times I say to people, "Oh, you should have known better," but he did a really good job. He gave no indication of this it seemed like to me, which some of the ones that have come over like I said about the guy from Egypt and sometimes the other couples like Debbie, I mean you know the other people that marry these like younger guys, sometimes it's like, didn't you know better? It looked
yeah.
like he was bamboozling you. But this one with him, the way he was talking about her being his everything and his light and writing her poems, I'm like, the poor lady didn't know any better, and
But you know what? And you saying that, and you and what we've seen of him, and he admitted that. Well, if I didn't tell you that, if I told you that, you wouldn't have come. All of that other shit that lets me know he's a liar.
right. But what
You
is his
know,
purpose of her being there for even 2 months? Is it about money? Like him getting money or her getting money from the show, even at this point?
I feel like he's trying to maybe milk her and get and use her income. I think maybe he wants to use her income because did you see where he lives? I mean, that farm, it didn't look, I think they're like a little kind of on the edge of poverty or whatever. And I think maybe if
Yeah.
Debbie comes there and she's got her little pension or check that she's getting, and the US dollar goes further in other countries.
They can buy some new cattle or something.
Yep.
'Cause those poor cattle need some
Yep.
feed. They were skinny. I
I think
felt
he's trying
bad.
to pull Debbie in to take care of the family, is
Y
what's going on there. They trying to use her check to take care of the family. And
Mhm.
hell no.
That's
Debbie
why they're
needs to
gonna
bring
live
her.
there.
Yeah. Yep. He's going to bring some fortune to the family because think about it. He said he does not work. Remember? First
Mhm.
episode that he was in, he said, I don't work. I said that I feel like work takes away from your creativity.
Ugh, it sure
So
does,
I
but,
stay
like,
home and I
wait.
work on the farm. That's why he's pulling Debbie in for that money.
Yeah, that's a
The
shame.
son was right. Her son was right. I wish she would go home and tell her son, and I hope he gets on a plane and goes over there and whips his ass. I really do. I really do.
Buddha said, "I'm surprised no one mentioned Nicole is giving Prince fashion as well." Right?
That's what made me say it, Buddha. I'm like, if you look at her, I bet she's a Prince fan, and I bet you 9 out of 10 times that could be part of the attraction to Mahmoud, because Mahmoud looks like fucking Prince to me. I'm sorry, he does. And that's almost a little bit of an insult to Prince, because Prince was fine, right? And Mahmoud is a nice looking dude,
Yeah, I think
but he
Prince
looks
was
like a
better looking.
he looks
Yeah.
like a sunken in version of Prince, but he does still resemble Prince in a way. And you knows that could be what has attracted her to him, because she just seems like she was driven towards his face. That this guy that was so cute with these big brown eyes, and I don't know what muscles she was looking at,
Mhm.
but she's like, and he had these big brown eyes and these muscles, and I'm like, are we looking at the same person? So she was looking at him with these different colored glasses, okay? And she saw something that everybody else didn't see. But I bet you that had something to do. She's all about his looks. And when she realized that he was a devout Muslim and that's what he lives and that's what he lives and breathes, she's okay. Well, the
It just
looks,
puts her in a bad mood.
ah, yeah,
Yeah, Shay
that's not a
J, who
floor
was
joke, Joe.
that?
Floor joke. She tried to get a floor joke.
I don't think that was gonna work. That wasn't very good. I gotta do better than that. Shay J said, "This story reminds me of the older blonde lady from Canada that married the man from Qatar. I forgot. Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember. She got stuck there maybe during the pandemic
Yes, with
too.
her dog, right?
Yeah, and she brought sex toys, and then Buddha said he got upset when she brought that toy out too. And Buddha said, I think Laura wanted more than one mode, maybe four or five, right?
Right?
Laura, that was her name. And Buddha said, I watch you. You watch me? Oh, this show.
Yeah, you you is off the chizzity chizzane.
Yeah,
First he kills off the ex-boyfriend. Well, he wasn't an ex at the time. He made him her ex. But how about her and Peach hooking up? I was like, okay.
and he
But he was
impeached her.
right about that. Not a floor joke.
Not a floor joke. NFJ. Darn. I can't do
Getting
it. I think
closer.
we gotta leave those to these ladies down here because they get us every week. They get I have corny jokes, but they get the floor peeing
Oh, you
jokes
get me
every
on the floor. So you get me on the floor. You know you do. Nobody make any jokes there.
year. Peach was pressing her. Yeah, I remember when
Peach was pressing her hard. I thought he was being paranoid until I saw the whole.
she
Oh,
touched her hand
okay.
in that restaurant. I knew she was feeling her at that
She
point.
did more than that. They
Oh,
showed
see, I
them
went to sleep
rolling around.
before that.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. They were hot and heavy.
Oh,
Not unless
really?
he was just imagining that and they filmed that. But yeah,
Nah.
they were sleeping together.
So she was wow.
And then she wanted to move her to Paris, and he was not having that.
Wait, Paris? I've missed
Yeah,
a
he
lot.
they she got plane tickets and was ready to set up house in Paris with the girl. And he found out about it. I can't remember their names, but all I remember is Peach because it's easy to remember. I thought he killed her in the park when he hit her in the head with that rock. I thought he
Holy
killed her.
cow, this guy's a
Yeah,
nutcase.
man, he
It
ran up
was
on her. She
like
was jogging, and he ran up on her and hit her with a rock in the head and ran off.
when he locked
And
the man in the bookstore basement. I was like, what in the heck is going on? I thought he had me so fooled when he gave the little boy the sub.
and he was feeding them drugs. See, that's the thing, though. He is a nice guy, but he's psychotic.
He was feeding who drugs? The
He was
guy,
feeding
right?
the ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you meant the kid. I'm like,
feeding them
what?
heroin, feeding them
I
heroin and
did go to
everything.
sleep on a lot.
But he basically made him OD because he wasn't even like really feeding him. I didn't think. I think I saw a scene with him eating, but yeah, this guy. But he really cared about that girl. You
Yeah.
know.
Buddha
So
said the picture she had of her Peach was obsessed too. And Dolly said they had Submit and Jenny on Pillow Talk. Oh, okay. Buddha
are
said
they
they
on Pillow
do. I
Talk?
love it. I didn't catch that.
Well, they switch them up from week to week. I
Oh, they
saw
do?
Kenny and Armand, I know, is on there. David and Annie are on there.
Yeah.
Kim and Jamal are on there.
And the other couple that
Shada and Bilal are on there.
I thought the other couple that was on there several times.
Which one?
Uh you'd make fun of his voice sometimes.
Tim,
Tim.
Tim and Veronica.
I thought I saw them. Maybe that was another episode that I'm thinking of. But Shida and Bilal, that's interesting. I gotta check out the
Yeah,
whole
yeah, they're
episode. I
actually
only
kind of
saw a
cute
little
on
bit of
there.
it.
Yeah, I got to catch up on those pillow talks. Um,
We gotta catch the end of the Bachelor tonight, and then maybe if there's time. But I don't know. I'm a little tired. I don't know if I can make it past one show
Anybody
and get to
watching
the
The
next one.
Bachelor? We've been keeping up with it.
We didn't watch it last season or the Bachelorette, but we watched the Bachelor. Kind of reeled us in this time.
Yeah. It's like it's been a while. I'm also back into Survivor. I haven't watched Survivor for like 3 seasons, and I just decided to pick that back up this season, and I think I'm caught up with that. Yeah, I'm caught up with that. It's been 3 episodes, I think, and I've watched all 3 of them. So
Buddha said on you, his problem is once he gets obsessed with you, you're in danger. Right.
that's the thing. Like he gets
Talk about being a survivor.
dangerously in love, to quote Destiny's Child. Okay, he gets dangerously in love because he's all about you at that point, and anyone else that gets your attention, oh yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go. And if you give them your attention, then you gotta go.
Hmm.
If you're giving them your attention and not giving it, because he was willing to share, but then the other chick Peach kind of got all jealous and possessive of her, and that was a no-no. He was
Yeah.
letting it go on. as Look, he was willing to let her sleep with Peach if it meant that she was gonna be his. But once he realized that Peach was gonna stop at no end to make her hers, then he
Hmm.
was like, okay, but you gotta go. But when he snuck in that house and was sneaking around the house with everybody in there, I'm like, what is he? This guy's nuts. He was in the house with them under the bed while she was making love to the other guy. Peach had a dude that she ended up sleeping with, which that got a little kinky. That she slept with, and the guy leaves the next day, and he ends up some kind of way exposing himself to her. Or oh, that's right, he thought everybody left, and he went looking for her gun or some shit, and Peach caught him in the house, but his girl had already left, going back to be with him.
Wow.
She left the house. She told her, I'm not going to Paris with you, and I'm going to go back to my boyfriend, and he was there in the house.
Jeez, it was.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. That's where I left off. I didn't
And
see anything after
when
that.
you look at something that crazy, then all of a sudden it makes old Osama and all them not as crazy, right? At least
And
they ain't
thank
going
God
around
those are
doing
reality
something.
shows, and that's not really happening.
Exactly.
Because that would be crazy. See, shows like that give people ideas. If you don't do it, then wow, that would be cool to really with somebody like that. You know what I mean? Somebody that is psychotic would take something
Hmm.
like that and run with it.
That's true. They shouldn't put stuff like that on. Viewer discretion is advised.
That's why it's TV.
Yeah, that's like what who knew that that one show that what was it that modeled the pandemic outbreak or whatever, like shows end up becoming reality sometimes, like we really were all walking around with masks and stuff on.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming to Takeover Tuesday Takeover. I had fun as
Social
usual.
Social Network, that might have been what I was thinking of. That's what I thought it was starting out
What, the
like.
Facebook movie?
Yeah, this one when he was like looking at all the stuff, and then it took a weird turn. Anyway,
Ah,
is
okay.
Nicole and Mahmoud, we're done? That was the last one?
That is the last couple.
Buddha said, "Let's get JJ to 15,000 subscribers this year. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment,
Woo!
and subscribe to become a member of the J Crew."
Yes,
Chase,
yes,
this was
yes.
fun. Yes, it was so fun.
Yes, it
I
always
love
is
it.
every week with you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being loyal subscribers and participants of the Tuesday Takeover. I appreciate you guys so much. You make it all worth it. Like for
Thank
real.
you.
I
Janetta
shit
said,
you
"Have a
not.
great night."
You
Chase,
too, Janetta.
Buddha, see everybody. Dolly,
Dolly, Buddha, Shay, Janetta,
Buddha.
Renee Rivalinsky, Roe, wherever you guys are. Love you guys too. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'm gonna go stop yawning and get some sleep. Maybe get some salad. Buddha,
Thanks for
Buddha, how you doing with the salad thing? Did you try the salad last night, or try any? Did you eat any salad?
Buddha. Thank you for coming to Meatless Monday.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link to Meatless Monday. If you guys ever thought about plant-based alternatives, if you want to try to switch your diet up a little bit, check out Meatless Monday. Jen does it every Monday, same time. We do two live streams together. We do Meatless Monday on
Nice.
her channel, and we do Tuesday Takeover on this channel. So I will put the link to Meatless Monday if you ever want to check it out, and that'll also lead you to her channel, so you can go over there and subscribe if you haven't already, and check it out. You know, Buddha's been coming, and yeah, just come hang out, and we can talk about some plant-based alternatives. If you've ever thought about becoming either not necessarily becoming vegan, just, you know, some plant-based alternatives may lead you down the road to being vegan at some point. But Jen has all kinds of suggestions if you're trying to transition and have a healthier lifestyle, healthier diet, and take some of the dairy and meat out of your diet and replace it. She's got the formula
I got
for you.
some really
So
cool guests coming up the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, there's a
people who have transformed their health from bad to good with a plant-based diet
yeah.
are coming on there and talking. So
Check it
yeah,
out.
man.
It's gonna be fun. Maybe you've bored them of it. Let's just say it's really fun. It's like a big party. I'm just kidding.
It actually really is like a this with food.
Thank you for having me. I love this. I love Tuesdays.
I love it too, baby. Thank you for being on here. And guys, thank
Thank
you.
you,
Have a
everyone.
blessed
Have a good
week.
evening.
Have a blessed weekend. And I will see you same time next week. Love y'all.
Thank you.
I just wanna know.
Uh-oh. I am still on camera. Hey. See you guys.